both ends.
Yeah, it looks like Hornaday right now has his hands full with that 33. We've seen him bobble quite often in front of the 30, but Todd Bodine can't get by him.
It's that lack of room around this racetrack.
That 30 feet of racing room that you talked about.
Racing room. When Ron's taking the middle 7 feet of that.
The battle continues for the second spot. Behind them, way back there, is the 60 of Cole Witt, Ray.
At first, Rick, it was the 2 tires that was his problem, and he dropped back about to 10th or 12th, but now Witt back to 26. Problem is they have dropped a cylinder on that Red Bull Chevrolet. He said it really sounding bad. He's trying to hold on, but dropped way back because of motor problems.
Well, they knew he was here today based on practice and for sure on qualifying.
And was out front. I mean, Cole Witt led laps here at Darlington, which is so difficult to do in just his 4th start in the Camping World Truck Series. But a guy who's also making his just 4th start in the Camping World Truck Series, Kasey Kahne, out in front of the field. His previous 3 starts, what do you think, Phil?
Well, he's got a horrible record here.
We got problems. That is Chase Mattioli in the 10. Hard contact with the wall, and we see the caution come out once again. This is the 7th caution.
I think we're going to be close enough to that magic number of lap number 90. We've completed 88 laps. By the time pit road opens, we'll be at lap 90 or 91. I think they're going to come in and put their last set of tires on.
Well, yeah, we're there again, 25 to 30 laps. So I think, yeah, everybody will be there for a full tank of Sunoco race fuel and 4 fresh Goodyears.
Rick Wren up there talking with Eric Phillips. Again, Eric Phillips, crew chief for the 18, Kasey Kahne.
There's Ron Hornaday's crew chief, Jeff Hensley. Ron's in the 2nd spot right now. Tough day for Chase Mattioli.
And Phil, where he's sitting, that's probably that's going to have them keep pit road closed, which is going to be a good thing for the fuel mileage. It'll be another less lap you have to run once you hit pit road.
Saw a bunch of sparks before that truck went into the outside wall. It makes you think that maybe he cut down a right front tire, broke something on the right front suspension.
It looked like it never turned.
This is earlier in this same turn here.
Not only did Chase Mattioli have problems, but
we had a bit of a problem of our own here. Watch
we
our
had
camera
problems.
lens.
And this was a live shot. We saw it actually happen when it happened.
I think it was Ron Hornaday that did it. I think we need to send him a bill.
I'm not so sure he didn't throw something out the side window of that truck.
He might have.
Right at us. Racing in 3D.
Yeah, pit road still closed, as Larry mentioned. That truck of Chase Mattioli still sitting down on pit road.
There's no question. Fuel-wise, they'll be okay. They'll be inside the window.
Again, making their way around this 1 1/3. Darlington Raceway.
You know, Brennan Gaughan was another one of those trucks that put 2 tires on this last pit stop along with Cole Witt. Ray reported that Cole Witt lost his cylinder now. That's why he's fallen so far back. But Brennan has maintained a top 10 position with those 2 tires.
Yeah, sitting there in the 10th spot.
Yeah, so it worked for him.
While Kasey Kahne is out front, who has the guts and or the glory in this race as we've passed the halfway point and 57 laps to go, right? '77 problems in practice.
Right when the track opened for the first practice session.
And here's the very first lap of the race. Turn number 1 gets involved in there. There you see a bottom of your screen going off to the right, the 77, Justin Lofton.
And coming on to pit road.
Norm Benning coming off pit road at the same time. They make contact.
And how about right now, even though the truck doesn't look better for wear, running 13th?
Yeah, just that's staying with it.
That's Ram tough. Guts and glory.
Definitely guts and glory.
And Kasey Kahne out front. Again, with just 57 laps, we're expecting to see the field make their way onto pit road. They're still getting the 10 of Chase Mattioli off of pit road, so clearing that before they open up pit road and make it available to the teams.
I would think next time by it will be open. We will have completed 92 laps when they come in. That would leave 55 to go if we don't have a green, white checker finish.
If with a capital I and a capital F.
We had one last year.
Yeah. We have double file restarts, and at Darlington, when you talk about only 30 feet of racing surface, really it gets a little bit tight.
We certainly couldn't get through turn 1 on the first lap at the start of the race.
Well, they have opened pit road, and so this time by they'll have the opportunity to make their way onto pit road. The field's still working their way down the backstretch, and as you mentioned, Larry, really a benefit for everyone because they will all now be in their window. They don't have to stop once again for fuel.
And with this many laps to go, I never say never, but I could not imagine anybody will roll the dice this time and try just 2 right side tires. This is where you want 4 tires. Make sure you get that truck full of Sunoco race fuel and you'll be good to go.
You know, maybe we get a caution with 20 laps to go. Everyone's good to go from here. We get a caution with 20 laps to go, especially some of those trucks that aren't necessarily right up in the top 5, make them and roll the dice, put those extra right side tires on and see what happens.
Casey Kane making his way off the racetrack and onto pit road. Hermie Sadler.
Well, Ron Hornaday Jr. and Todd Bodine have been battling it out on the racetrack. They will now battle it out on pit road. Ron Hornaday coming in for an air pressure adjustment. Last stop, they added a half-pound air to the right rear, made him too loose. They're taking that adjustment back out. Todd Bodine likes his truck. Track position is his issue. 4 tires, no changes. Sunoco fuel for Todd Bodine. Ray?
The truck couldn't get much better for Casey Kane. This particular chassis has 4 previous victories. They're going to go with 4 tires, no question about it. But I think somebody is going to gamble. I think it'll be Elliott Sadler in the 2. I think they're going 2 tires only. He got blocked in a little bit, but Elliott will be away, no question about it. The 4-tire stop continues for Casey Kane. He's going to get ahead of Ron Hornaday, so they'll keep their same track position. Looks like the 30 may have lost a spot.
Actually lost 3 spots, Ray, all the way back to the 6th position.
So the field making their way off of pit road, and what an amazing crowd here in Darlington, South Carolina. And we're expecting amazing finishes when we come back. Welcome back tonight on Speed Supercross, live from Indy. How about Bubba Stewart after his Daytona crash trying to rebound? Ryan Dungey looking for his first win of 2011, but he'll have to get by Villapoto, who's looking for his 3rd win in a row. And then Speed Center wraps it all up with Adam Alexander. Matt Crafton in the 88 missing a lug nut. Had to make his way back onto pit road.
Remember, he came in here our points leader, and what's going to make it tough, we've got 27 trucks on the lead lap with just about 50 laps to go.
Johanna Long is our lucky dog. She is one of those trucks now on the lead lap.
18 years old, making her mark.
Won the Snowball Derby this year.
Biggest late model race there is every year in the country.
Field 2x2 once again. Elliott Sadler, Casey Kane, 1 and 2 as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag back in the air. Elliott Sadler on the outside. Can he hold off Kane through 1 and 2?
I don't know if those 2 tires are going to be a match for the 4 tires on Casey Kane's truck.
Yeah, he'll be lucky if he can hang on to 2nd, especially with his teammate Ron Hornaday in that 33 truck back there. Long way to go with just 2 fresh right side tires.
James Busher on the inside of Austin Dillon.
You can see right there, Hornaday was just able to drive that thing down into turn 3 and 4.
Ricky Carmichael into the wall coming out of turn 4. The field spreading. We've got a problem behind him too. It looks like 2 trucks maybe slapped along. Oh, and hard to hit by Johanna Long as they cross the stripe. Also involved was the 8 of Nelson Piquet Jr.
You know, we talk about this racetrack being really narrow, but it's not narrow on the straightaway. So there was plenty of room there to have driven around. You see Ricky Carmichael trying to refire that truck. You
look at the damage to the 20 of Johanna Long.
See Johanna moving around in that truck. That's a good sign.
She's up against the inside, well, close to the inside barrier. You see the window net coming down. That's a great sign.
When I look down, she already had a bunch of damage on her truck before she even got to Ricky Carmichael. I'm not sure if she could turn the truck or could steer it or even get it stopped.
Yeah, we're red flagging this because of the accident right here on the front stretch where the field really wouldn't be able to get around or through because of the 2 vehicles right here on the front stretch. But I saw after Carmichael got sideways, the 20 of Johanna Long hitting the wall in turn number 4, as well as the 8 of Nelson Piquet Jr. So they hit after the fact.
Yeah, as Larry said, she may not have been able to steer that truck, or certainly able to steer it very well after that contact with the outside wall. Just watch for Ricky Carmichael right up your screen. It looks like he just got a little bit loose.
Got a little bit too high, overcorrected, hard in the outside wall. You see that the 20 truck here coming with all the sparks, and you can see how much damage she already had to the right front of that truck.
And she was trying to drive to the inside of that truck, and I'm not sure that truck would steer very well.
It was Nelson Piquet Jr. that hit the wall, and then Johanna Long looked like she cut the right front tire on Nelson Piquet Jr.'s truck.
Taylor Malsom does an incredible job avoiding Ricky Carmichael. See, Ricky tries to keep the truck up against the outside wall.
Her tire was down right there. I think that's why we started seeing the sparks.
You know what? Let's ride with Ricky Carmichael and just get a sense of what this is like coming out of turn 4.
You heard the tires start squealing there when he lost control of the back of that truck. Now he's going to have hard contact here. Looked like Ricky was going to gas it up and try to move away just before Johanna Long made contact.
Johanna Long climbing out of the number 20. That's a great sign. Johanna Long finished 32nd at Daytona, 20th at Phoenix in our first 2 races. And now a difficult night for her. You see the damage to Nelson Piquet Jr. in the number 8. Again, we're under a red flag condition as they're cleaning up the front stretch before they get the field moving. Again, we talk about it is a narrow racetrack, so there's no room for the field to go by on the front stretch. A wild ride for Ricky Carmichael in the 4. Speed Inside Deals is your one-stop shop for exclusive ticket offers for Speed viewers. Purchase 2 tickets to Bristol Motor Speedway at Speed Inside Deals and receive a track walk with Rutledge Wood on race day. Visit speed.com/deals today. The race walk would be exciting, but throw in Rutledge Wood and you've added entertainment value beyond belief.
How about the fact that you can buy tickets for the Bristol?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And what a great show they put on there. And so excited about going back and honoring Jeff Bird, one of the nicest people that we've ever had in this sport. Unfortunately, lost his battle with cancer to cancer last year.
Under a red flag condition here at Darlington Raceway, it was the 4 of Ricky Carmichael getting sideways out of 4. Yellow flag flies, and then behind him, Johanna Long nowhere to go. And Kim Lopez is our flag woman.
There's Ricky Carmichael getting sideways. Taylor Malsom does an incredible job avoiding him. And then Nelson Piquet Jr. cut a tire down and made hard contact with the outside wall.
And I think the truck throwing the sparks, that's Johanna Long. I think what had happened, she had got into the left side of Nelson Piquet Jr.'s truck, probably cut her right front down. That's the reason we started seeing those sparks. Quite honestly, by the time she got to Carmichael, I don't think she could probably turn the truck. Not at that speed.
Riding along with Ricky now.
And Ricky looks like he didn't make any contact with the wall, so he might think he was safe up until that point. Now let's go down to Ray Dunlap.
You know, Rick, back in the day here at Darlington, you'd give about $1 million for a set of sticker tires, and check this out. Brand new tires sitting down here in the pits for the 17 team. They've got 4 of them. Now, most everybody else is already out of tires, so it was a strategy move that worked out. And Butch Hilton, the crew chief here, want to ask you, Butch, I know you've kind of planned this out today. In the old days at Darlington, this would have been a godsend. Why did you do it this way?
Well, we haven't been very good all night. We've been pretty loose, and our gear wrench Toyota needs to get tightened up. So we've been trying to work on the truck, and the way it ended up, we ended up with these 4 tires. So we'll take a shot at the end with them and see what happens. I think if we can get another 10 or 15, 20 laps under our belt, then come get them. They'll make a difference. So hopefully they will.
How late would you be willing to pit, and can it be a benefit?
I think with about 20 to go would be the max, and then if not, we'll just ride it out. We got enough fuel to make it to the end, so we'll see what happens.
All right, so interesting strategy down here. I think this is the only team on my end that I've been able to find that's got a full